Hello everyone, today I am going to review the Sigma 56mm f1.4 for the Fujifilm system with the newest firmware update that improves the autofocus in video and photo. For those of you new to the channel, my name is Andrei Dima. I'm a travel photographer and video maker. When the Sigma lenses came out for the first time on the Fujifilm system, I watched the first reviews of them and I was disappointed by the fact that the autofocus in video was kinda bad, because I was expecting them to be, well, better than Fuji's. Now Sigma released a new firmware update for their Fujifilm trio of lenses and I thought this is a good time to give them a try. Let's start with the build quality of the Sigma 56mm f1.4, which I find quite good. It's made from metal with a nice smooth finish and C silver badge. The mount is metal and has a rubber gasket, officially the only weather sealed part. The focus ring is made from rubber and feels very nice when used. It is large, turns smoothly, but it is well dampened. Like the one on the 30mm f1.4, it is one of the nicest focus rings I have recently used. And finally the lens hood, which has a weird design that I kinda don't like. But gladly, the plastic it's made out of is not that bad. And it doesn't feel cheap like the one on other brands I reviewed. Sadly, the lens does not have an aperture ring. I get why Sigma released this trio of lenses for Fujifilm first, to test the waters, and maybe in the future, if sales are good, we will see lenses with aperture rings. Until then, I think we should be grateful that Sigma joined the Fujifilm party and gave us some budget options. Yes, the Sigma 56mm f1.4 is quite a budget-friendly lens, going around $400, making it a great option for people that don't want to pay a lot more money on the Fujifilm offerings. But can this lens compete or get even close to those lenses? Let's see. Now let's take a look at the image quality of this lens. From what I've seen while using the lens, it has good image quality, which you will see in my tests later. But before we get to that, I wanted to say something. This lens surprised me with its quality at f1.4, and not just that, it has very nice micro contrast, something you only find on more expensive lenses or special lenses like the XF35mm f1.4 from Fuji, one of my favorite lenses of all time. The micro contrast is not as good as it is on that lens, but it comes close enough. This is amazing for a $400 lens. Let's take a look at the test chart. At f1.4 we can see good sharpness in the center and just a bit of purple fringing. Going to the corners we see a bit of softness. Now stopping down to f1.6 improves the image quality just like on the Sigma 30mm f1.4. We have more contrast and sharpness, but corners are still a bit soft. Stopping down to f2.8 improves the corner sharpness and contrast, and from f5.6 the lens gives great results from corner to corner. At f11 softness starts to show because of diffraction. Before we get to the video autofocus test with the new firmware, let's take a look at the minimum focus distance performance and bokeh. The minimum focus distance is 50 cm, good enough for a lens in this price range. At f1.4 the image is a bit soft, but stopping down to f2 improves the image quality overall. The bokeh of this lens for me looks quite nice, and the transition from in focus to out of focus is smooth. Before we move on, please subscribe, this helps me grow the channel and make more lens and camera reviews for you to watch. These autofocus tests were made with firmware 1.01 for the Sigma lens and firmware 2.0 for the Fujifilm X-H2S. As you can see, it still works in steps sometimes. The best settings I found while testing are 2 for tracking and 0 for speed at f1.4. If you stop the lens down, it performs better with other faster settings. The focus breathing on this lens is not very well controlled, as you can see here. Now let's see a comparison with the Fujifilm 50mm f2 from Fuji. Tell me in the comments which one you think is better. Overall, the Sigma 56mm f1.4 lens performs better with the new firmware update, but it is not perfect. Regarding image quality, it is a great performer. f1.4 gives great results and stopping it down improves the image quality, starting with f1.6. The photo autofocus is quick and accurate, but not all the time at f1.4. And the build quality is good, and I can't believe the small size of this lens. But just like the 30mm f1.4, I would have preferred it to be fully weather sealed, not just at the mount. At this price, the Sigma 56mm f1.4 is an unbeatable option for beginners or people that have a low budget and want a bright lens for photography and video. While the video autofocus is just decent, this could still be used for video in some cases, like talking heads and b-roll shots. If this review was helpful, please subscribe. This helps me make more videos. And if you want to support me even more, use the links in the description and check out my presets pack. See you next time.